Today I want to talk about a fascinating scientific principle that you... Oh, hey look, some comments just came in. It's on my Neil deGrasse Tyson farts video that I just know is going to go viral and everybody's going to love it because, I mean, come on, cosmos and farts, who wouldn't love that? Didn't expect something this lame from your channel. This. I like your channel, please don't do this anymore. Why? Okay, looks like we need to have a little talk. As we say in Texas, a come to Jesus moment. Which I've never felt comfortable saying because to me it sounds like I'm comparing myself to Jesus, which I would never do. So my reaction when I first read those comments was I cried a little. But after drinking myself into a stupor and waking up in the ER, I realized that I actually kind of felt thankful about it. Because when I get comments like that, it means that there are people out there who really are invested in this channel and really feel the sense of ownership over it and the quality of the videos that I make. And that's great, that's awesome, that's why I do this, that's why I've been working so hard on this channel all this time. And seeing this community, you know, start to grow and be engaged and involved in this way, it's honestly one of the coolest things I've ever been a part of. But as I've gotten adjusted to this new reality, I've also started to become aware of the dark side of it. You know, everything has its dark side. Every yin has its yang. And the yin of this, or the yang, I don't know, whichever the one is the worst one, is that I can start to feel a little pinned in. I mean, what works, works. I spin around in my chair, I make a pithy comment, key up the question, slam in bug, display the viewer question, give some kind of context via a story about my grandmother, point out some lesser known facts, connect a few dots, present an opposing argument, move to here, 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 and here, wrap up with a conclusion about a big picture perspective, not so subtly ask for engagement in the comments, intro closing music, I shrivel like a cold penis, ask for thumbs up and subscribe, pimp my social media, and finish talking about the world being awesome and how I bring the interestingness to you, which nobody's ever seen because they always click away the second the music kicks in. And those videos are great, and I love doing them, but they can quickly start to feel repetitive. And I don't want you guys to get bored, and I don't want to get bored making these videos. So every once in a while, yeah, I like to mix things up a bit. In a way, I feel like that's my gift to you because it keeps the channel fresh and it keeps me engaged and it keeps me from ever losing steam and wanting to quit altogether, which I have done, by the way, several times. If you go back far enough in my channel, you'll see that this actually used to go by several different names because it was several different times when I really tried to get, you know, a YouTube channel off the ground. But I eventually got burnt out. I was doing the same thing over and over and over again, and I just stopped getting anything out of it. Now, it is different this time because I do have a decent fan base out there who engaged and committed, and that's a huge motivator for me. But for that same reason, I also feel more anxiety over the thought that this might fall apart because I lose interest in it again. So if every once in a while I go out the reservation just a little bit, you're just gonna have to allow me that. I'm not saying you have to like it, I still want you to be honest with me, let me know if you don't like it, but just don't worry that this channel is turning into something you don't want it to be. Because believe it or not, there were actually some good reasons for doing that Farting Cosmos video. It did, and still does, have some viral potential, which could bring some more subscribers my way, which of course I want. It was science and comedy, which is kind of the thing on this channel, so it was on brand. And I actually had a weird bacterial infection on my cheek that week, so I wasn't very keen on being on camera, so it was kind of a win-win. But I don't know, maybe it was a fail-fail. I will say this channel will hopefully be going in some interesting directions pretty soon though. I've got some projects on the way that are kind of going back to my roots as a writer and a filmmaker. There are some short films that I've written that I'm getting some people together and we're going to be making pretty soon hopefully, and I think it's something you guys would like. It's kind of along the lines, they're a little science fiction-y. And I've got a novel actually that I started years ago and I never finished that I thought I might start releasing one chapter at a time to you guys. I think you would like it. It's very science fiction-based type story. I might release them as ebooks, or I really like the idea of maybe making them, releasing them as podcasts. So my hope is that through 2016, I'm going to start to introduce some new, cool, fun, creative projects to you guys. I really think there's stuff that you're going to like because they all deal with that kind of big picture science perspective that you guys seem to like so much. It's all part of the plan. So in closing, I really want to thank you guys for being so engaged and so committed and involved and having this feeling of ownership in this channel. I don't want that to change at all. If I take a detour or two, don't get concerned, the stuff you love isn't going anywhere. And certainly don't take it as some kind of insult. All my Monday videos will always be Answers with Joe videos, unless some kind of crisis comes up in my life and I can't manage to get one out on a particular Monday. Those are the stuff that you like. So if that's the kind of thing that you're interested in and you don't want any of this other malarkey, then just watch Mondays. Monday's your day. Just stick with that. All right, we're gonna be good. In fact, I'm gonna put the people who complained up in the answer file cubby over here, which I have not been following up on like I said I would, and I apologize for that, but I'm gonna get more serious about it, I promise. Anyway, thanks as always. You guys go out and have a great week, and hey, one more for all time's sake. Come on. The second you stop laughing at fart sounds is the second you stop living.